coast from there. And then eventually they'll be level 5 crew. Ammo rack changes was another thing they mentioned.
Let's see, the big change is going to be here that instead of having every fire take a 15% chance of getting an ammo rack if you don't have any special features, it is going to start at a 5% and tick up to a 25% at the end of the fire.
Yeah, and the explosion's also going to damage to vehicles within 20 meters.
Well, 20 meters in armored warfare is nothing.
I know, but if you got somebody who's really close to you or like face hugging you, if he racks you and you explode, he's going to take splash damage effectively, like an artillery hit.
It's basically a measure to either increase battlefield awareness, because explodey tanks, that to cut as great charges.
Yep. And honestly, let's face it, a lot of people are absolutely oblivious to the battlefield.
It is also going to decrease vehicle lumping, something that is irritating me in PvE mostly, because light vehicles don't really seem to care that they're parking in front of my fucking Challenger.
Yeah. I also have noticed the one thing that's made me a little sad. I'm a little sad over this, the idea of premium commanders.
Well, then again, it's all going to depend on how good or how shit they are.
Well, you do realize too, it's another introduction of pay to win, and it's going to be something the whales will be able to deal with. Because
then again, premium commanders can't get higher than rank 10.
I know, but they have more. But the whales seem to have more money than common sense.
The other downside to the premium commanders is that you cannot change their skill set. So if they come with skills that you're not going to be able to use in your playstyle or the tanks you're playing, then there's no point in buying them. If there is a commander that works well with Russian main battle tanks but is very crap at Western main battle tanks, then
you're going to need to keep them in the Russian tanks.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what I was doing with Victor. Right now, I've got Fyodor in all my in a lot of tanks. Because right now, I'm trying to do the unlock, because I got to get him and Rashid are on the way to getting to a point where I can trigger some unlocks, so that once Sabrina I can unlock Sabrina and rank her up, which will boost Juan Carlos, which will then boost Victor. So I can at least get Victor up to a major.
Yeah, I'm having the same problem.
Yeah.
But
their
really,
system is
the premium
system is. I'm sorry, this rank system of theirs is more convoluted and more cumbersome than an actual command structure.
Well, to some point, their argument of always needing to have subordinates does make some kind of sense, but it's an MMO. Come on, just have a bit of creative freedom, please.
Yeah. Gasoline engine sounds will be fun.
That's a nice thing. That's going to give variety to the tanks you're driving. They won't all sound the same.
I'm also noticing that they are making a change to high explosive shell splash.
That's basically turning every tank into an artillery piece.
Yeah. Purchasable insignia tokens. People have been talking about that in the loot store.
Well, who cares? I have enough of them and I never have to buy them. So this is pretty much shit.
So they made some minor changes to the medals you can get in PvP, like Steel Eagle.
Well, Steel Eagle is the one they're adding. That's going to be for assists.
Right, not killing, but assisting.
Well, you can still get the kill, but you have to assist in it.
So here's the problem: in the most kills, no fewer than 12. Excuse me, you've got skirmishes going on of 3-man teams. I don't see Steel Eagle being awarded to anybody anytime soon.
Well, for the Steel Eagle, I'm going to say that it's mostly a Russian server thing, as kill stealing is probably big over there. And this
Mm-hmm.
medal should counteract that
Right.
1%.
But it's gonna have no impact on the North America server or the EU server as
EU,
long as we
very
have
little. North
as
America, none at all.
yeah, because at best, even at best, on when North American PvP hits, it's a 3-man skirmish. It's a 3v3. Not how are you going to get 12 with 3v3? It's not going to happen.
Uh,
General
and
changes are coming in,
smoke finally has chaff in it.
so it will
Hooray.
finally act. It will finally confuse missiles
Yes.
because the
Goodbye
bots
are
have
the
been like,
days of tow missiles just flying and hitting you through smoke.
yeah, because it's. But you know what it was? Its meaning. It means they're taking away the hated auto lock that the bots have been utilizing all this time.
Yep.
The
Because
auto lock that
ATGMs will
also
then
allows them
fly
to,
into a random direction.
because ATGMs also would stay locked on you after the death of the launching tank. And
Well,
these were like swing fires that don't have any way to lock a missile on the target, except the operator using a joystick and camera.
the smoke,
Oh,
to be honest,
yeah.
is in my opinion a more close range APS,
Hmm.
as how it should be used against missiles. And if you're 500 meters away, then just let your normal APS take care of it, unless it's like 16 missiles.
Right, but well, for tanks that don't have a normal APS, they have to use smoke.
Pretty much the
And
tanks under tier 6.
yeah, and
Because,
one of the problems, if you remember, is that the smoke popped after the missiles launched. It's still going to hit you. The smoke didn't stop it, and that's why this is good.
another great thing, and this should have been done so long ago, field rebuild kits now repair all your modules and revive your crew.
Oh, so they're both. So they're not just ammunition in life or resurrection. They're also complete replenishment of anything damaged.
Yes.
That's what it should have been.
So this gives you the ability to drop your med kit, to drop your repair kit, and just take fire extinguishers. Because you're going to need them.
Good. Oh, and now here's a new one. Oh, they improved water visuals. They've added Romanian, Swedish, Finnish, Belarusian, Austrian, Croatian, Serbian, and Argentinian surnames for characters.
Where's
So
Belgium?
I don't see Belgium.
Where's Belgium? Belgium should have been there.
This tells you something about how the devs feel about Belgium, I guess. Belgium, good enough to make the K-21C tank turrets. Not good enough to get surnames.
We are responsible for at least 2 tanks in your game. We will get you.
Yeah. The K-21 Wilk and the K-21 South Korean.
Well, the K-21 XC8 and the Wilk XC8. Then again, maybe also the Cobra in the future. I really want the Cobra.
Mm.
It's basically a Scorpion with a 90mm gun and heat. And it's amphibious.
Nice. Well, in this game, that just means 20 seconds underwater instead of 10 seconds.
Well, they have to express their interest in making amphibious actually a thing.
Well, the problem is, let's face it, I found out when the tank is on the water surface amphibiating, crawling across the water like a little boat, it's only got a 5 kilometer speed, maybe 8 if you're lucky.
But you
That
can
is not a
hide
very.
in map core and run Lost Island.
And hide it. Yeah, you could hide
So
in the
many
watering
people are going to do
places.
that. So many people.
Oh, you know they will be dick that way. So, new dealer, Solomon Schreiber.
Sounds very German.
Well, a lot of Israelis are ex-European.
Yeah, and most of them
With,
lived in the
with
general German area.
most of them are, yeah. Well, a lot of the names you've either got German or Russian names, and Polish.
More general changes because general changes as a subtitle under general changes
Hmm
is not confusing.
So, the lower the gun caliber, the lower the penalty for camouflage.
For light tanks, for nothing else, only light tanks.
I know. Yeah, hey. Tier 1 and Tier 2 immediate post-war era vehicle guns were overhauled. The damage per minute value stays the same, but the guns fire faster at the expense of damage per shot, making their gameplay more dynamic. The same goes for Soviet 115mm smoothbore, i.e., T-62s.
T-62M.
Uh, well, I'm just saying, I've got the Tier 3 T-62. I
Well,
never got the I
it
never got
should
the premium M,
it
which
should.
apparently has missiles.
Well, if they're doing it for the 115 on a T-62, it should also count for the veteran and the M version because
Yeah,
it's the same gun.
I know.
And DM is basically an up armor T-62 with crappy missiles that are only good in PvP. I just fire heat out of the thing.
So if you switch shell types, it will reload the ready rack, the whole magazine, not just one shell.
In the pre-battle stage.
Mhm. It is now more difficult to control an ATGM in flight if your gunner is wounded.
Why wasn't this a thing?
I don't know. Incoming ATGM warning will now not appear if your APS module is destroyed.
Well, what is there left to detect
That
it if
makes sense.
if the module is
Yeah.
destroyed?
Improve the firing sounds of large caliber guns.
Challenger.
The 140 and the 152s predominantly. Improve the smaller lighting effects in the game to make vehicles look better.
Ray tracing incoming.
Added a large number of smaller visual fixes and improvements, missing decals, smaller texture updates, etc.
Are we
Hey, how
finally going
about
to get
getting?
normal textures back on our tanks instead of the pixelated shit that's on it?
Yeah. And does this mean you finally figured out how to make the reskiniums add decals? Because I would like to put my decals on my reskiniums that I got that are more recent, like the IS-7 Defender or the Dofu, etc., etc. Black Eagles.
Then we have a bug fix.
Yeah.
Something that in my opinion still doesn't make sense even though I read it 16 times.
Optimize the exhaust smoke effect for all vehicles. Improve glass and optics textures on all vehicles. The
Basically two new
AFV
textures.
the AFV active ability, marking a target, now works on the Alabino map.
Basically
It is
proving
now
grounds.
so you can test it out in the proving ground.
Yeah.
It is now possible to use Reputation to install upgraded modules to your vehicle in case you lack enough experience. And it is now possible to use gold to buy a vehicle in case you lack the credits. Oh joy.
Basically, that is the button for people too lazy to exchange their gold for credits first.
Mm.
That's all that is.
Then they start talking about individual vehicles. Abrams AGDS.
Well, this is just a list of bug fixes on vehicles like Typhoon 2. Commander's Hedge armor fixed. Like, it didn't have armor to begin with. Why did it need fixing?
Don't know. The Sakal.
Spike ATGMs are no longer excessively agile upon launch. Hooray!
Yes, they were a little too agile.
You mean 90-degree turn as soon as they leave the launcher? How is that not realistic?
Oh, so minor changes. The Chieftain Mark II. Fix the armor by removing the bug spots that cannot be penetrated with any shell.
Lanzabi. Take a look at all the chieftains in this list and they have all the same sentence. That means they just copied the damage model without realizing the bug.
But there's like 4 to 5 tank designs of the same thing.
The 900, the Mark II, the Mark 10, and the Mark 6 all had to be fixed. Which is
Although the Mark
basically one
6,
model that you have to fix.
although apparently the Mark 6 leader doesn't use the Leyland L60, but the Perkins Condor for
Well,
engine.
I would think that at the Mark 6 stage, you would have already realized their engine was shit.
Then there's the Dragoon 300, the XP tank.
Like, improved the armor around the troop firing ports on something that doesn't even have armor. How much did he improve it by? 2 millimeters?
Yeah. So the M1A1 stock configuration includes the soft kill ABS. Okay.
Well, the most interesting thing in this entire list is still you can now choose between a 105 and a 120 in a Leopard 2 AV.
Oh my.
It's going to be interesting.
Who's gonna use the 105 when they could have the 120?
It depends on fire rate, alpha damage, accuracy, and other gun handling stats. The 105 could be more of a sniper gun, while the 120 could be more of a brawling gun.
Chinese tanks all got one copy pasted problem.
Yep.
The wounded gunner. Well, it shouldn't affect him being wounded should not affect the vehicle's weapon reload time because it's an automatic loader.
Well, in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tanks, it was the problem. There is also a fix for all the M60 variants.
Yeah.
Showing again they use the same damage model for the hull.
Yeah, of course. It was a cheap and easy way to do it.
Alright.
And let's face
one
it,
person in chat.
the one thing they have proven to us, they are all about cheap and easy as opposed to,
It
doing
means
it
that they
right.
know Control C.
Yeah.
Also, hi Mac, thank you for joining us here. Yeah, I'm streaming this stuff.
Oh, okay. The VT4, the left track apparently was being weird when you went to make a turn. Oh, the VT5 also has the Chinese weapon ammo load reload time fix because it too had the basic model of, oh, he's wounded, reduce the reload time. That's
Warrior
6 tanks
Milan.
that had that.
Fix an issue where switching weapon systems under some circumstances didn't trigger a reload. I experienced this bug. It was annoying.
Yeah.
But the most glorious one of them all is with the Anders. Fixed an issue
Stormy.
where the whole collision model was missing. Basically.
And we got a Tom. We got Stormy and Tom.
More humans.
Yes. Hello.
For Stormy doesn't sound human right now.
But yeah, we were looking at all this stuff before Oh wow. So, Jeff and I were having a little discussion about weapon systems and fixes. Because...
Wait.
What?
Got it. I could be a horse bot.
Well, we'd have to slap a cannon on you.
Error. I do not understand this. Hello, how are you operating? Are your fun levels at maximum?
There we go.
Oh.
God.
Insufficient lens Abby.
Stormy has a voice modulator.
It's going to kick ass when Stormy
Error. This is an effect studio.
Westra.
By the way,
Are your phasers set to hug?
Yep. Now, But basically, I'm happy that they're trying to make changes in armored warfare.
Wait, and what changes are they doing now?
Oh, we were reading the Russian PTS notes.
Well, of course they make changes if the Russians want it.
Adi хорошо.
Well, the company is Russian, and their Russian server has been the test server. They also have a higher population than the others.
Yeah, that's what surprises me, that they have a higher pop than like the North American, European combined.
Well,
What
you
game?
got
Okay, Mark, I am going to, well, first of all, apologize for that I'm such a fast talker, but, well, not much I can do about it.
But with armored warfare, it's a big thing for the Russians because they won World War II as a land war, not a sea war. For
It's a
Americans,
Gundam.
and for Americans, we like the World of Warships because we kicked ass on the seas. So, kind of makes sense.
I will stick with War Thunder, damn it.
Yeah, Mark, I might have to mute Stormy for a bit
Oh,
until they figure out what voice they're going to be using.
Anyone else having a problem with
Santa, why are your pants pointy?
Discord?
What specific problem with Discord?
The like connection to the voice part for, I don't know if it's ever Discord, but Fees is horrible for me as of late.
Same for me.
it
All
could
right,
be
maybe
a regional server problem.
Discord then.
It could be, or a regional setting.
Mine's been pinging green then red nonstop.
Oh, that's not good. Have you tried? Have you tried using Task Manager to totally shut it down and then turn it back on?
If I shut down my Discord, I have to restart it and re-enter a bunch of lines in the custom UI.
Wow.
Yeah, I have mine set up because there's certain things and updates I hated that I put in custom work for.
Oh, okay.
But Discord likes to, every time you restart, also check your file, so it wipes them right back out because they're not supposed to be there.
Oh, this is going to be a problem when they initiate this. No longer will the bots hurt each other. AI vehicles now cannot damage each other. Their friendly fire is disabled. AI vehicles now do reduced damage to modules, reduction by 60%, 40% for hardcore. And Operations Harbinger, Stormy Winter, Starry Night, and Ghost Hunter return in an updated form.
Well, Mark, the Discord problem is mostly just with the specific server that we're using.
I think it is, because I haven't noticed it anywhere else.
Well, that's... Most of the other servers I'm on are all European-based, and this is the only North American one I'm on.
I'm wondering if Fees, like the hub for this Discord server, is in the Midwest, which is basically a giant thunderstorm right now.
And that could have an impact.
Well, then again, I've been having problems with the server and the voice connection for months now.
Well, I think another problem is that this server has grown gigantically rather rapidly. It may be a little overloaded.
Well, this server still has around 300 users, and Kitsuya, in which I never had a problem, had more than 500 basically the entire time.
Yeah.
It might just be a shark playing with the internet cables. They like to do that.
Yes.
But yeah, like you said, the AI vehicles no longer shooting each other in the back is a sad thing to see go. That was always funny.
It was always hilarious to see them blast each other, especially the autocannon one. You just see this like double-digit line keep rising up behind each other. It's like, and it's all red, and you're like, one of them is shooting the other in the ass.
This is glorious.
Yes.
But the reduced module damage to 60% and 40% for the hardcore special ops is a nice thing to see coming.
Well, it's appropriate that, for hardcore it'll be not as big a reduction because, well, dude, hardcore is supposed to be a tough pain in the ass. I mean, you hear the PvP guys out there, they're all like, nah, the PvE is just point and click.
Try to face off against 40 tanks.
Yeah, they're forgetting about the fact that if the team doesn't watch out, they're facing 40 tanks at once. 8-1 odds. They do have some player versus player changes. They've got the Salzburg map coming out. It's got its own dedicated article. It looks like a good map.
I would say Alps map.
It's Salzburg, Austria.
Jawohl. Chemical
But apparently
plant.
they're making chemical plant, Ghost Field.
Chemical
Two
plant
changes.
will get a lighting optimization. Ghost field will get for performance improvement around the airstrip area.
Oh, and changing the location of the bases. That'll be interesting to learn. Lost Island fixed an issue where several rocks missed a collision model. Narrows is getting 2 changes. Platernica optimizing the lighting for better performance. And finally, Port Storm is fixing location of bases as well. So several maps are getting base location fixes, which will be interesting. Then you got to learn where everything is. Glops, 2 changes to Glops. Narrows, fix the location of bases. The actual location now corresponds to the visual one. And fixed an issue where upon death the musical score would change.
Never noticed that last one.
Nope. Spec Ops added the last 4th mission to the Black Sea Incursion Special Ops, where Magnus Holter finally meets his nemesis, Sebastian Grimm in
We're
Gorge.
finally going to hear how he sounds.
Black Sea Incursion improved the respawn points.
Like, seriously, Lanzabi, we've heard so much about this elusive Sebastian Grimm. We haven't even seen a portrait of him. And now we're finally going to hear how he sounds?
Yeah. So, apparently 2 changes to Chapter 1. Transparent mesh fences no longer act as spotting obstacles. And changed the loading screen. Ooh. Chapter 2, 1 fix. The city destructions cutscene now displays correctly. Chapter 3, fixed the airplane model. The velocity and damage of ATGMs fired by enemy helicopters now depends on the player team's tier.
So no more.
They're adjusting the tiers.
So no longer are the helicopters pure rape.
And finally, the Peacemaker achievement can still be obtained even if you destroy up to 3 enemy vehicles.
Instead of 0.
Yes.
On hardcore. I don't know if that achievement is even possible.
Oh, amazing. User interface. Finally, the user interface is getting changes. So the armor inspector feature will be added in. That'll be interesting to see where that's located. Overhauled the vehicle purchase notification that will now show an additional presentation screen with vehicle characteristics.
Basically a fancy way of saying you bought this and this is what it can do.
Overhauled the battle results screen to make the transition to the garage smoother. Really? Smoother transition?
Smooth.
Garage vehicle characteristic indicators now adjust upon the installation of module upgrades.
Finally. Why wasn't this a thing?
Base colors that you don't own yet can now be viewed in the customization window.
I don't know if they mean the
paint screen.
The real base colors or extra camouflage that go on top of those base colors as well?
Mm-hmm. In the full screen mode, you can now select any of the resolutions supported by your screen without having the image distorted, stretched, or compressed. Reducing screen resolution positively affects game performance in case of FPS trouble. Implemented a large number of smaller UI fixes and corrections. Can we also get rid of the monochromatics? Get like different things for different colors. And finally, issues and corrections. This is a big one. Fixed an issue where the game would crash when loading.
Never had that one.
Fixed an issue where the game would crash or freeze upon exiting a battle.
Didn't have that one recently.
Fixed an issue where player vehicle would sometimes spawn below the map.
Never
I've
seen
never
that
had
one
that.
before.
That's a unique one. Fixed an issue that would make the game's lighting appear incorrectly on high visual settings.
Oh, that bug is finally being fixed.
Fixed an issue where upon respawn in PvE or GLOPS, ATGM started to reload from scratch instead of the vehicle respawning with its launcher loaded like it should have.
It's not really that much of a problem in my opinion, as most of these reload within 30 seconds, and that's how long it takes to get to the action anyway.
Fixed an issue where the battle UI at the start of a game showed an incorrect number of shells. Fixed an issue where the silencer commander skill did not work correctly, provided no bonuses. Fixed an issue where enabling the profanity filter sometimes removed player nicknames from the global chat.
Lol.
Fixed an issue where reconnecting to a GLOPS game could make the team point bars appear incorrectly. Fixed an issue where some Black Sea incursion dialogue portraits appeared incorrectly.
Dialogue, but no portrait.
Yeah. Fixed several tutorial cutscenes. Fixed an issue that caused problems with assigning a different key than the default E to vehicle active abilities.
Like, has anyone actually tried that?
Not me. Fixed an issue where in some cases the sound of hitting an enemy would not play properly.
Not noticed.
Fixed an issue where some rear lights would not work.
Do rear lights work?
Yeah, rear lights work. I've never had that problem. They always work. You just have to like hit the brakes or when you're changing directions and such or backing up. They actually do have a backup light set up. So they also fixed the sounds of optional Leopard 2AV, XM1A3, and Object 187 engines.
Wait, does the Object 187 have a different engine?
I don't know. It's a premium tank, so it comes as is. I never saw it change an engine. I will check when I get into the game.
It has two engines.
Fixed an issue where wounding one of the two vehicle's loaders made the second loader's skill stop working if the second loader had the same skills as the first one.
It has a diesel engine with 1200 horsepower and a gas turbine engine with 1250 horsepower.
Well, god dang. Oh, the gas engine's probably more likely to light up on fire. But it'll get you speeding around faster. Okay, fixed an issue where some commander skills remained active even when the commander was wounded.
That was weird.
Yeah,
like he's
yeah.
on the ground. Like if he is bleeding, I don't think his skills are active.
Yeah. Fixed an issue where the game sometimes did not appear correctly on several resolutions. The image was scaled incorrectly. And finally, fixed an issue where the HQ interface was unresponsive with the vehicle filters open. So that's a good change. Now me, on the other hand, I've got to crack open my game and get things all rolling.
So I can start shooting some stuff, because that's what the stream is all about.
Exactly. That's what Tenko Tuesday is for me.
Time for unrealistic amounts of pointless violence.
Exactly.
Just what a man needs.
First, though, I got to get my bonus for Europe login. Brumtish. So, according to the Twitch commercial, they're now doing Jack Ryan as a separate TV series on Prime Time, aka Amazon. Brr. Yeah, they need to do something. Right now, I'm loading into Obsidian, and it's only 33 FPS. I normally have about a 70. Wow.
Do you have anything open that eats copious amounts of VRAM, like Netflix?
Nope. I tend to shut down on things like that. Nothing is open.
I tried to play Armored Warfare with Netflix open once, and Netflix ate 2 out of my 3 gigabytes of VRAM.
Wow. Didn't know Netflix was so thirsty.
It is hungry.
Now suddenly I have 127 FPS on Europe? This is scary.
Well, I don't have my garage FPS up, as that number is very unrealistic compared to the real action of the game. Like, I could get 300 FPS in the garage and only 10 in game at some point. With some weird settings on my laptop. That is now shelved. Forever. Because of this shit.
Convert rep so I can do the sprut since I already know how to play a sprut. I just need to... I'm not playing in Europe, Jeff. I told you I was only doing the logins. Silly monkey.
I'm going to go back in the live stream and I'm going to check that after this.
Check what?
I swore you said Europe.
I said I was doing logins in Europe. I'm trying to get my daily bonus award. There. Now I got to go back in. I can now get my 20,000 credits.
Because that's a lot.
Yeah, I don't know why they think that's a great thing.
At this
In
point
North
in time, at least
America,
increase it to 100k. It's like 2 matches of profit.
I am 21 hours away from a gold crate in North America.
The crates need a rework.
They say
Oh, they nerfed the crates over hard. They went overboard. They didn't have to go as far over with that as they did.
Yeah, Mike, I agree with you on that one. In War Thunder, everything can pen everything, even if you're driving a heavy tank. Because a KV-1 is worthless against the Panzer IV. Because you meet Panzer IV F2s in a KV-1 first generation. And you die in a single shot. Very fun.
Yeah. Oh wait, did I have to do yeah, I have an update to do in the GeForce experience. Yeah.
Oh, new NVIDIA drivers, great.
What do you mean?
My DaVinci Resolve is fucked again. I had a full video recorded on this forum article, and I wanted to edit a couple of things, and DaVinci Resolve said, I don't work on this version of your drivers. Go fuck yourself.
That's weird.
So then I completely deleted my NVIDIA drivers, reinstalled them from the website, still doesn't work. I have uninstalled and reinstalled DaVinci. I have done all the Microsoft Visual Studio uninstalls and reinstalls, and it still doesn't want to work.
Well, that sucks.
Yep.
So I noticed the next generation, instead of like 1080, it's now 2080.
Well, it was 2080 or 1180. What sounds better?
I guess the 2080 sounds cooler.
Also, higher number. Higher number means better automatically. And jumping
Now,
from 10 to 20 is a bigger jump than from 10 to 11.
So here's the thing that I have. The Type 99A is still a long way away from. It's still not quite up there for the. I'll accept that. It's still a ways away. You have to remember, since I'm doing a retrospective, that's why I'm doing the tier 1s on up. But I'm looking at the for the Chinese tanks, the 99s. Yeah, it doesn't show the proper. But I am at X number of progression on the 99A. I have the money to get the 99A too still at this point, but I just don't have the 99A done so I can get it. So, yarg! I might just, the 99A and the 99A2 are like almost two peas in a pod. I compared them. They're almost exactly the same vehicle. And the stock and all that. So let's take a look here. Add to compare. Add to compare. Yeah. The improved 99A is better than the stock 99A2. But if you go from there, you go stock build, they're comparable.
Then again, the Type 99A2 has better armor than the Type 99A.
Well,
the only thing that can penetrate frontally is a Leopard.
Actually, you want to hear the funny part? It's the same goddamn armor. They're
That's
both
weird.
sharing. Yeah, the hull is as follows for both: 550 in the front, 80 on the sides, 45
Then again,
in the
Lanzabi,
ass.
that 550 is the armor on the thickest spot.
Yeah.
It doesn't differentiate between armor zones.
And the turret is 790 and 46 respectively.
I bet you that when the armor inspector comes out, the actual armor on the lower plate of the A version will be lower than on the A2 version.
Well, for now we don't have the armor inspector, so I'm having to work with what they're giving us.
Yeah.
Which is kind of sad.
Upper plate might be the same, but their lower plate certainly isn't. I can reliably pen the lower plate of a 99A with the Challenger, and I can only very rarely pen the lower plate of an A2 with a Challenger.
Ah, gotcha. So right now we're still on your stream because I'm waiting for GeForce to freaking download the goddamn thing so I can stream it. It's annoying. It's like this should have been done like a couple days ago when I could have actually gotten done with this and no big deal.
Well, that's just NVIDIA.
Yeah. So apparently now there's Metro Exodus coming out game-wise though.
Well, it's basically more of the same. You run around, you shoot demons, and you have Nazis and communists.
But
we're adding a new faction.
Damn.
Even more batshit insane people to shoot.
Fun.
With weird homemade guns.
Well, when you stop having factories to build shit with, you got to do what you can. By the way, the funny part is pipe guns are something that, my father told me gangs in his day when he was a teenager would build because they couldn't buy the guns. They didn't have a way to get them. So they just, take a piece of wood, set up a little cheap-ass simple trigger mechanism, set the pipe up as the barrel, and then just find a way to get their hands on bullets, and then they would shoot with those things. And
that is not safe.
It's a zip gun. Maybe good for a couple of shots, but after that it'll probably explode. But it suddenly makes you go from having a skin versus skin or skin versus knife kind of battle to now we've escalated this up to shooting people. Okay.
Well, at that point, I'm already loading my musket.
It's pretty close to a musket, yeah.
Black powder, my ball, cap it.
Mhm.
Don't forget the fixed bayonet.
Well, I mean, we are looking at a very cheap ass freaking setup. Can I do it? They didn't even had me sign back in. Well, at least let me go and set up the goodies.
Well, there are reasons I don't use GeForce Experience. Because it's shit.
Well, the problem is I've had some problems in the past with OBS being delayed heavily. So the NVIDIA was useful for that.
Well, depending on your settings in OBS, it was either running H.264 encoding, which is shared between the CPU and the GPU, or X.264 encoding, which is only CPU based.
Yeah, getting like 15 to 20-second delay as opposed to the normal 5 to 10-second delay was kind of weird. Actually, it was more than the 30-second. It was almost a 1-minute delay for some reason, even though it said it wasn't. It's weird.
Yeah.
Back to the garage. And apparently, what the hell happened? Where did it go? All right, now my NVIDIA icon disappeared. Hang on.
Time to search for it.
Yes.
No, how is that new hard drive working for you?
Oh, it's working just fine. It helped reduce stuff off the first one.
So you just put it in normally?
Had it installed physically.
And then just transferred the files instead of moving your entire operating system?
Mm-hmm.
Because Steam actually has an option that allows you to move games between hard drives without having to re-download them. It's a very useful option.
Yeah. Where the hell is it hiding? I found my Flash player. That need to go into my C drive section rather than my download section.
Well, normally you would have your NVIDIA files under program X68, I think. Or was it just regular program files? I can't remember.
I'm just double checking my download section. It should be in the C files. But why did the short, it probably disappeared because of the brand new fucking drivers decided to why did it take away my shortcut on my screen? That's
No
the
idea.
question. It's never done that before. I've never had it do that before. My God.
No, I have it sometimes when some programs update. It basically deletes the old program and installs a new one, and I forget to take the box that says create desktop icon.
Mm-hmm.
And then you're looking at it for half an hour until you actually remember there's a search option.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, Mitch. Haven't seen you in a long time. Well, Muck, in the future that problem is going to be solved because now you can leave behind your medkit and your spare parts because your Jesus kit will take care of it and just take more fire extinguishers.
Video package longer. Also
Well,
going to.
You know what? Before the people on my stream basically decide to run away, I'm going to play a game on my own while you find your driver feed.
Go do that while I'm fixing shit.
So let's see, 2-minute wait for wildfire.
2-minute wait for wildfire. Fun.
Well, Mitch, we're currently playing on the North American server. I'm basically poor. I don't have any tanks. Only have 8 million in the balance. Not used to this. I have nothing at all. Oh, I'm loading. Great.
I am now getting apparently the 388.13 graphic driver version.
Well, Mitch, if you want to join us on the NA server, then just send me a friend request. You know my name. I'm going to have to focus myself on Prometheus. With a tier 5. It's going to be interesting.
So what are you fighting on? What are you in?
An M60. And there's a D72A on the team. And I haven't played a lot recently. I've basically been addicted to Farming Simulator. And now have 800 hours in that game. Will I get 1000 before the next version launches? I don't know, but as soon as the AW patch launches, I'm going to be binging AW until I have all the tanks again.
Black Company, your mission today is to retrieve the nuclear missiles and their launch codes. They are being transported in the wrecked cargo ship along the shore. The lines and neck will know you're on the way, and the resistance will be heavy.
Removing previous version.
In your possession, you must contact us immediately with the code over the secure line. Good luck.
There's always something when I'm trying to start a stream. Technically.
Your PC is cursed.
Hold the area long enough for missiles to get loaded up and ready to move. Black Company, the lines of neck will have stolen some valuable intel regarding our future operations. Find them and destroy them before they can escape and use it against us.
Battlefield 5.
Motor heat.
Where somehow she's got a mechanical arm that is better than any mechanical arm I've ever seen in World War II.
Well, Lanzabi, someone made a really good argument about Battlefield 5.
Identify. PC.
Now you can run around and shoot people with disabilities.
Yes, apparently so.
And women.
Yes.
Motor heat. Warheads and codes are in our possession. Head to the comm tower to relay the codes to base. You're going to need to power up the generator to get the tower.
No, don't make my tanks battle hardened. I think that's a waste of gold.
I made some that way back in the early days when it first came out. I don't really do it anymore because
I haven't done it at all because I already had a premium tank for the specific tiers I wanted to battle hardened, so I didn't see the point in doing it anyway. If I could just play the premium for the credits because that's what I was coming short back then, I had enough experience, I didn't have enough credits.
yeah, and you know it was easier to do with some of the low tiers when I wanted to play them again. But as the tanks get higher in tier, the more expensive it gets to do the other thing. Ah,
Is it working?
I gotta put things in the right windows or the right monitors. It always does that. It puts everything onto the one monitor. It's stupid that way. Okay, there. Those two things are done. Armored Warfare has stopped working. Oh, must send.
Well, that's because you deleted your graphics driver.
Yeah.
I would also stop working if you deleted my core files.
Mm-hmm.
Not to imply that I am some sort of computer program.
Yeah. Still waiting. Still installing. Ah. Sometime today. Just wish it didn't take so fucking long for them to get this thing done. Apparently, there's now Avast has told me to enjoy NVIDIA Windows Vista 3D stereo driver. Install Shield Wizard without interruptions. Ah. Seriously, you gotta tell me all that?
Yes, it has to. And you have to click the I agree button.
I had to click I got it.
Same thing.
It is finished.
Das ist wunderbar.
And won't close. Okay, so there we go. Ah, there it goes. It's up over here now. It's acting as if I've never done this before. What the fuck is wrong with this shit? God. I think somebody at NVIDIA got a little bit derpified.
Well, their drivers lately have been not that great. Especially for me.
And it says GeForce Game Ready drivers available. What the fuck? Did there come another driver needing to be done? Ugh, you sons of
10 days later.
How many download drivers do you need? Now it says version. It was just done 2 days ago. 399.7. Oh, you sons of bitches. So I won't be able to stream until I've got the most up to date. Oh, I'm having some problems with the NVIDIA doing multiple fucking driver downloads.
Yeah, I was having that yesterday.
Yeah. It's annoying because I can't start my tank on Tuesday until I get this shit loaded. Because apparently,
NVIDIA being
while
a
I
dick
got
again.
well, I got done doing 388.07, and now there's 399.07 to load. Which was released just 2 days ago, apparently.
Okay, I did both challenges at the same time, it seems.
Which is good to get those out of the way.
What's in the
Apparently.
special
This time.
crate?
What was that, Cakes?
Nothing.
What you running this time?
Well, what they do sometimes now with Armored Warfare missions is sometimes you could just like not even pay them any mind, and somehow accidentally you will get 2 missions done in one run.
Oh no, I know that.
Yeah.
But I mean, what tanks are you running this time?
Chinese.
I'm playing the
tanks.
M60.
Well, for now. But I've got to start at tier 1 for the retrospective. Which will be fun.
And now I have all the good ammo.
Now express installation. Please let it go faster. Please let this be a fast load. Fast load. I mean, the Armored Warfare kind of went... And for some reason, that last driver, it removed the black bar at the bottom of my start screen. Which is kind of weird.
That is weird.
All my start links are floating in nothingness. Or rather, they're blending in with the wallpaper, as it were.
Well, with your wallpaper, I don't think that's much of a problem.
No, not really. My wallpaper is much more distracting. So, having lots of fun with that. But yeah, how you doing, Cakes?
Yeah, I'm alive. I'm all right. Just got home.
Zarek is still alive.
Yep. Yeah, nothing strange in that if I can help it.
Look at all this stuff. Got to go through. Well, you can't because I can't stream anything until the NVIDIA's done. I would have to go through this if my AMD was updating too.
Driver updates in general are just shit.
Yeah. But let's face it, the driver design, the graphic card designers, they want to make sure that your graphics card is up to date.
Unless they drop support for it.
If they drop support for my 960, that will force me to get something different.
Yep.
Well, they're dropping 700 series with the 20 series release. So there goes Spitfire 770.
Whoops. You were saying, Cakes? Cakes?
Suddenly silence.
Yeah. Cakes? Well, you kind of cut them off. Okay, the screen just flashed. I'm about to get it, hopefully get this update done soon. Find out if I have to do the swap around again. Just waiting. Just waiting.
Role playing the waiting game.
Yep. GeForce game ready, drivers. Green bar is still loading. And
Match
this
is
time I
still
don't
being
have.
searched.
You're still searching for a match?
Yeah.
Yeah. Man, why is this thing so slow?
No, it's a Claudia.
Hmm?
Randomly appearing in my chat.
Aha. Ah, there we go. There's that part. And everything's looking back to normal. Now to make the appropriate adjustments. Go there. And it's almost finished, but it's done the video thing. The black bar across the bottom is back in place. So far, so good.
Well, Mark, no, I'm not so happy about nuts. The guy basically blew up the beautiful city of Bastogne. It was a nice forest village and he just blew it up.
Mm.
So no, I don't like nuts.
And I need to go to the bathroom real quick. Oh.
Right, listeners, be prepared for an awkward silence. No, Mark, I live in Belgium. Fuck France. Yoo-hoo, game! And I'm here with a tier 6. I'm fucked. I'm doing fine, Claudia. Just grinding up my North American garage a bit. Waiting for Linzabi to figure out his driver issues. And for him to go to the bathroom like 90 times a stream.
All companies down. Capturing the port is up to you now. Black Company,
I heard that.
You know it's true.
See if you can find the contraband before everything is destroyed. Enemy destroyed. Identify. Hostile PC. No effect. Target eliminated. Threat destroyed. Ammo up. Identify. Hostile tank. Target destroyed. Target locked on. Target destroyed.
Uh, that's pretty much a mixed bag. I'm mostly a main battle tank player, but I do like playing my snipers. So tank destroyer and main battle tank player mostly.
So bouncing back and forth between being a sniper and a brawler.
Yeah, I'm more comfortable, more in my element playing a sniper in PvP, while I am more useful in a main battle tank in PvE. Because I'll just sit there in front of everything and take the damage. And I won't use non-zombie as another 2 meters of spaced armor.
So, be a moment and I'll be able to throw invites out to a platoon, and then as I progress through the night, we'll have spaces available for people. You know, I figure Borkzilla, probably Drinking Buddy, maybe Claudia, maybe Janet, ASA Tanker.
Identify. Hostile PC.
There we go. Getting in there, there's the my.com symbol, Obsidian Entertainment. So they helped get this thing set up and rolling.
Contraband. Good job. We'll take that one out. Mission complete. Good work. Civilians will be happy. Identify top. Enemy destroyed. Hostile PC.
Okay, there we go there. I will.
Nah, I'm dead. XM8 under T got me.
Well, I don't see cakes in the armored warfare. No jack-lanterns.
We have control of the docks and cartel ships. It will take some time to sort through the contraband here.
Not too many
And
people
that's a
on
victory.
tonight. So, Cakes, are you interested in doing some AW tonight? I'm not sure Cakes is at his computer.
He could be AFK.
Could be. Dragoon 300 LFV90 now they call it. Light fighting vehicle. Okay, I've got things loaded. Premium account.
Well, I've just
Gold.
done the ×5, ×4 on this one.
Well, that's okay.
Let's see. BMP1.
Still in your tier 3s, huh? So, one of the things I find amusing about this tank is they design it for rocky, hilly terrain, so it's a more compact, somewhat smaller T-55 that China made because they needed something that would work for them in areas like the Himalayas and such, because they do have some issues patrolling around with India. Them and India do not have fun.
And especially to patrol those monks in Tibet
Yes.
that they didn't shoot.
So the operation is Ricochet, so we are going into the kiddie pool. Oh, you're in a tier 3. You're
Yeah.
2 tiers. You're over 2 tiers.
I don't have anything on tier 2 to play. Well, except this thing.
Well, that's a moneymaker.
Let me get my ammo straight. Rebuild kit. And that's okay.
And random battle missions are staying random battle missions. Well, there may be one way to do that. I may have to go PvP mode against bots. Win a match dealing at least 2,000 damage and destroying at least 3 targets with guided missiles. Oh, not a mission for this tank. Okay, well, anyway, into the Ricochet we go on easy mode.
1 minute waiting time.
45 seconds.
It says 1 minute for me.
Well, you know.
Oh, how am I sounding today? I dropped my headset a time too many yesterday. So I had to get a new one. Because the ear cup broke off.
Oh. All right, well, it's sounding crystal clear.
That's good to know.
So.
Because
you
I
made a
swapped the
decent progress.
brand.
Nice.
I went from Logitech to Corsair. Because that was the third Logitech headset that failed me within a year. After buying it. So now I brought something in a price class higher from a different brand, and let's see if it lasts more than a year. Well, to be honest, I do abuse my headsets a lot. They get dropped often. Like at least 2 times a day. And how long is the matchmaker doing over this? Oh. That's the magic word.
Well, the damn NVIDIA share didn't work. That's really something that's annoying me right now.
Well, it's also 3 o'clock. There's also 3 a.m. over here, so I might have to drop off after this match and actually sleep. You should do the same, Claudia.
She won't.
No, probably not. Ah, you got all the special camo stuff on it.
Yeah.
Look at how fancy you are.
Yep.
But now it's the question, who is the better player?
Well, It's a tier 1 light. My reload time is not as fast as that thing.
Black Company, your mission today is to retrieve the nuclear missile.
Well, I have a 5.2-second reload.
Transported in the wrecked cargo ship along the shore. The lines of neck will know you're on the way, and resistance will be heavy. Once everything is in your possession, you must contact us immediately with the codes over the secure line. Good luck. And Black Company, failure is not an option.
Need to fix my stuff when I get out of battle.
Hold the area long enough for missiles to get loaded up and ready to move. Black Company, the lines of Nequil have stolen some valuable intel regarding our future operations. Find them and destroy them before they can escape and use it against us.
Nobody went for the North helicopters,
Identify target.
which is normal.
Loader, heat. Low heat. Target down. Alright. Warheads and codes are in our possession. Head to the comm tower to relay the codes to base. You're going to need to power up the generator to get the tower working.
I'm amazed to see an OF-40 in easy mode.
Yeah. It shows how bad people actually are at noticing that they are queuing up for easy mode.
Yeah, I'm sorry. My normal easy mode limit is tier 2. After that I go medium mission for tier 3.
Yeah, because that's the first tier you can do medium on, and medium pays a lot more.
Medium does pay better than this. Well, nobody's actually guarding the circle. I guess I better go guard the circle while you take over the electric generator.
Making sure nothing can get there.
Well, should catch the circle. We have limited time on that.
On it.
And I'm having a lot of stuttering today. What's going on with this today with the server? This is North America. I should not be having this kind of weird stuttering.
The transport is waiting for us on a beach at the west side of the island. The generator's up, encrypting and sending data.
I'm gonna go for the 2 helicopters that nobody else has bothered with. They don't understand. This is over 50% of the goddamn map money. 50% of your paycheck is those fucking helicopters.
There's the transport. Hold the area and find
Did not know that.
missiles have been loaded and are safely
I have been studying the different
target down.
secondaries.
Target eliminated. Loader, heat.
Then you have a lot more free time than me.
You've done well, Black Company.
Ah,
Good job.
that was over way too fucking fast.
Yeah, not everything was dead. And the timer didn't run out.
Yeah, I'd say there's a bug on the map then because it should have been still.
That's
fighting
probably
for
the
it.
damage cap thing.
Oh, a damage cap, honestly.
Well, I have run into the same problem on different low tier matches before.
Yeah, it's a pain in the ass.
Yeah.
I was trying to get to that final helicopter now that I saw that nobody else had been gone for it. But yes, on Prometheus, the helicopters are actually worth 3,500 as opposed to 3K. That was the little reconnaissance Type 62. And now to look for the next one. But that, yeah, this, based on the T55, looks like a T55. It's a wee bit smaller.
It is the...
Let's see, Chinese tank. Type 69 is the next one up. But wait, I'm fixing my shit. I thought I was already logged in and wanted me to log in when I did Alt-Z using Facebook, which is ridiculous.
My cat would not leave Zara alone.
I remember that.
Well, Anzabi, I'm going to have to leave you here today.
Oh, well.
Yeah, I really need to sleep.
Wow. Now it needs to get the Steam key and all the other shit. Oh, god damn it. Yes, authorize it. Jeez. Okay, I'm logged in.
Well, people, thanks for watching. See you next stream at some point in the future. Bye.